Okay, we're back in here for the Screamin Street Stockers here at the Port Royal Speedway. This will actually be, I think, their last appearance here at Port Royal for 1986. I don't think they run Labor Day, and I'm not positive, but I don't think they run Tuscarora 50 night, Tom.
No, I don't think so. I think this is the last we'll see them here this year, John.
Okay, we'll go down over the starting lineup. Starting on the pole in the number 1 will be Bruce Davis, brother to Carl Davis, who campaigns the small block modified. And alongside him in the number 56 will be Dave Sisney.
Starting third inside the second row will be the 33A of Ammon Allwine Jr. Starting fourth will be the number 12 of Gary Leister.
Starting in that 5th spot, third row inside, the number 16, one of the Terman, from the Terman Racing Stables will be George Terman. And alongside him in the number 33, I believe 2-time feature winner here at Port Royal Speedway, Mike Krotzer.
Starting 7th will be the number 21 of Rod Stroup. Rod turning in a real good ride here last week, finishing 2nd. And starting 8th outside that 4th row, the man to catch here at Port Royal, the number 89, the Ford-powered machine of Warren Campbell.
Starting in that 9th spot, the number 17, another one of the Termans, Larry Terman, and alongside him in the number 19 will be Mike Rudy.
Starting 11th will be the number 13 of Larry Hepner. Starting 12th outside the 6th row will be the number 91 of Jim Stake.
And remember, Jim Stake won the inaugural event here in the Street Stock Division, but they disqualified him only because he was running a limited late model.
Yeah, that's it. She came
kind
up
of a funny story, really.
Yep, she came up a little bit light.
Okay, starting in that 13th starting spot, in the number 9, the car very much, or at least in part, resembling the Bill Elliott car. The driver is Bill Harlan. And alongside him in the number 15, this car looks a lot like Ricky Rudd's car on the Winston Cup circuit, but the driver's name is Joe Crick, I believe.
And starting 15th and scratch, the number 29 of Rick Stroup. Pretty good field of street stocks here tonight, John.
Yeah, almost had you saying limited late model there, Tom.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, they're all out there. They're on the back stretch, and the yellow lights are out. Hopefully, in turn 3 and 4, we'll be seeing the waving of the green flag by starter Bob Hockenberry. You know, Bruce Davis has started on the pole here, I think, about 4 times or so, and he's been knocked out of it every time. Maybe tonight things will turn around for Bruce.
That's right. Look for him 5 wide off the 4th turn, John. Here we go. Street stock racing. The number 1 jumps out into the lead. Davis goes into the lead. Gary Leister into the 2nd spot. And the number 56 of Dave Sisney runs 3rd off of turn 2.
A lot of sashaying as they work their way through turns 1 and 2, one back in the pack. Everybody keeping her pointed the right direction now as we head down the backstretch. But now we have a yellow. So maybe we did lose one down there between turns 1 and 2, Tom.
I believe we did. I see the car moving away. It's the number 79 or number 19. The number 19 of Mike Rudy.
Okay, that'll necessitate the first yellow flag here. Let's hope that they can get it in within the half-hour time window that they've allowed these cars. And we'll be back for the restart. Okay, we're back in here. Bruce Davis, once again, will have to try and fight off the challenges of Dave Sisney and Gary Leister, Amon Allwine Jr. Here they come off of turn number 4. They're 3 wide, or at least they were momentarily as they come off turn 4. Gary Leister getting really out of shape. He brings it back, though, and he continues to run in that 3rd spot.
Right, Bruce Davis jumps out into an early lead. Dave Sisney in the Plymouth goes 2nd, and then we got kind of a battle there for that 3rd spot between Mike Krotzer and Gary Leister in the number 12.
Interesting situation down here in turns number 1 and 2. One of the cars, I'm looking for the number right now, got a little bit sideways down there and just held up about 8 cars. So we've got a big gap in the field here between our first 4 and the rest of the field, Tom.
All right, there we see Warren Campbell inside Gary Leister. Warren Campbell on his way through the field on up into that 4th spot. Now he goes after Mike Krotzer. Mike Krotzer goes after Sisney into the 2nd spot. Everybody's still chasing Davis. Davis getting a little bit out of shape off turn 4, John, and there comes Sisney in the Plymouth into the lead. Mike Krotzer follows him on through. There comes Warren Campbell down along the inside.
Davis, every direction but straight up here in turn number 4. He did bring the car back, but that allowed Sisney to gain the lead. Now Sisney with a whole back pocket full of problems with the 33 of Mike Krotzer as he
And
goes
there
by.
goes Mike Krotzer by as we go down into turn 3, John. Mike Krotzer passes Dave Sidney. Warren Campbell runs third. I'm looking for a move from Campbell here down the front stretch, John, as we come off turn 4.
Campbell gets by Dave Sisney now. And into turn number 1, it's going to be Warren Campbell, your second place man. Sisney relegated to that third spot.
Davis still continues to run fourth. And the Straub car number 21 running solid in that 5th spot. Mike Krotzer stretching out a pretty good lead at this point, John, as we watch him off turn 4.
He has that number 33 with the chevron stripes out in front now as they come down the front stretch. But here comes Warren Campbell on a charge to the front.
We're liable to see a Ford Chevrolet battle here for the leading up. So we have a caution flag up on turn 4, John. Gary Leister, number 12. That number 12 car, as I understand it, is an ex-car of...
if you could just come up with the name.
I can just come up with the name.
I can't help
had
you.
it there a minute ago.
Oh, you'll think of it.
Yeah, I'll
think
think of it.
Right
I
now,
just found that out this week.
Well,
It was a car that
well, had it been previously driven here or Selinsgrove or
Dave Kepner.
Dave Kepner?
Yeah,
okay.
it's one of Dave Kepner's.
One of the old
ex-
hobby cars,
Yeah,
then, probably.
yeah, I just found that out this week.
Okay. Right now, Mike Krotzer with the lead, but he's got, I would say, maybe some problems here because he's got Warren Campbell running second. Sisney in a good performance here tonight runs third. Bruce Davis runs fourth.
Actually, John, in those front 3 spots, we have all 3 big automakers represented. We have a Chevy leading and a Ford running second and a Plymouth going third.
That's exactly right. All the manufacturers in there right now. Yellow lights are out, so we'll just stay right in here, and hopefully we'll be getting a green flag between turns 3 and 4. Mike Krotzer looking to pick up his 3rd win. Warren Campbell does have 3. He would be looking for win number 4. Sisney, of course, would be looking for his 1st win. And Bruce Davis, so far, I think the car runs. I don't know about the handling, really, but the car seems to have power.
He seems to have a little bit of a problem. One car to keep our eye on is that number 15 car that started dead last and is now passing the number 21 into the 5th spot, John. We see it right there, the number 15, the Monte Carlo of Joe Crick. So Joe Crick really on the move up from the back of the patch, up from the back of the pack as we pick up our leaders into turn.
Whoa! Bruce Davis broadside on the backstretch. He does a 360. Car's going to the left, car's going to the right. Oh, and the one of the
16,
Termans.
the number 16.
One of the Termans, George Terman, just sideswiped him.
Everybody made it through but the last car. You know, it's interesting in these cars running the stock exhaust manifolds and everything. They don't make the noise that the sprint cars or the modifieds do, and just like there, from our vantage point, the whole way across the racetrack, we could hear the tin rattle whenever he hit.
That's for sure. You could hear the tin rattling. Tough break for Davis. We were talking about it earlier. He actually got a little out of shape on turn number 2. It took him half the backstretch to try and get it going straight. He couldn't bring it back. He actually got a little bit of help there right towards the end, spun him around, did a 360, got sideswiped by George Terman. And there you see the aftermath. Tough break for Davis. We'll be back with the restart right after this. Okay, we're back in here at the Port Royal Speedway, watching Mike Krotzer as he takes the field into turns 3 and 4, trying to pick up win number 3, I believe it would be for Krotzer. Campbell looking for win number 4, runs second. Rod Stroup runs in that 3rd spot, and here comes that number 15 you've been talking about, Tom. He's on the move in that car. The driver, Joe Crick.
Joe Crick, I believe it is, John. Him and
Dave Sisney.
Dave Sisney racing real hard there for that 4th spot. The number 15 goes into the 4th spot now, and he sets his sights on the number 21 car.
Rod Stroup, now I've been wondering, is that car painted or is that gray primer that we're looking at?
That's gray primer we're looking at on that one, John.
Maybe some night he can win a feature and get the car painted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we watch him 3 deep down into turn 1 and off turn 2. Mike Krotzer still hangs on. There goes Stroup by Warren Campbell. That's kind of a surprise.
And I'll tell you, that was awful close when he went by. They might have been...
Yellow caution flag on the speedway once again, John. Another car we should maybe kind of keep our eye on here a little bit, also up from the rear.
I don't see where that car may be. I guess it's down behind the tower. You can't see it.
Yeah.
So,
the push truck is heading that direction.
There it is, the 91 car of Jim Stake.
Right.
You were saying, Tom?
I was saying another car we should keep our eye on there is the Bill Elliott lookalike car, the number 9. He started 13th on the field, and he's up behind Dave Sisney now in the 5th position. He seems, or in the 6th position, he seems to be coming on real strong also all of a sudden.
Okay, and we'll be back with the waving of the green flag when the cars reach turn 3 and 4. Okay, we're back in here at the Port Royal Speedway. Mike Krotzer has had control of this event, but I think the water is going to start to boil now, Tom, as we come off turn 4, green flag wave.
I believe so. The number 15 car ducked into pits. He went to the rear, and there he comes up again. I'm looking for him to work back up there to the front as we watch the cars through the 1st and 2nd turn. There we pick up the number 29 and the number 9, which has moved up into that 5th spot, John, from way in the rear. There's Sisney, and there we see the interval from Sisney to Warren Campbell, and then back to your leaders, Krotzer and Straub.
I think we're going to have a battle for the lead now, coming off turn number 4 here, or possibly down in turns 1 and 2. Rod Straub is definitely within striking distance of our leader, Mike Krotzer.
Absolutely. He keeps looking to the inside there. I don't know whether he doesn't have the horsepower. He can't find the bite off the turns, but he's right there all the time. If Krotzer slips a little bit, we may see a bid for the lead here, John.
Mike Krotzer continues to lead. He moves up on the speedway. Straub goes down low. Let's see what happens. It's going to be Mike Krotzer, but this time Straub really in a good position to maybe take the lead. They're side by side, Tom.
That's right. Straub seems to be working pretty decent down inside, John. Straub's not giving any of it away. They're side by side right up the backstretch. It's a drag race into the 3rd turn. There goes Straub picking up an extra bit of horsepower from somewhere. Moves into the lead going into 3. There comes Krotzer around the outside. Good race for the lead, John.
That's for sure, and it's going to be Rod Straub, your new leader, as they come by the flag stand.
Straub seeming to get about an extra 40 horses there up the middle of the backstretch from somewhere. Do you think he has a button on it, John?
I don't know. He could have.
Okay.
Camera wide angles right now. We'll pick up your other battle. There's kind of 2 races going on here. One of the Termans right here in front of us decided to come in here and hit the wall a little bit. He keeps on going. The number 17 car, Larry Terman. We're back with our leaders again. Mike Krotzer runs 2nd. Everybody chasing Rod Straub now.
That's right. The number 9 car has moved into that 4th spot. The number 15 car of Joe Crick is now challenging on back in the field, John, ready to go into that 4th spot as we pick up our leader, as we pick up Mike Krotzer and Warren Campbell, the 2nd and 3rd place cars, through turn 3 and 4. There we see Rod Straub off of turn 4. Warren Campbell making a bid on Mike Krotzer now.
Okay, our leaders have now caught up to the tail end of the field now. They'll be putting a lap on Larry Terman. This could get a little bit interesting, Tom, as these drivers work their way through lap traffic. Rod Straub makes a good clean pass. So does Mike Krotzer. So does Warren Campbell. They're out of trouble. And now we got a yellow. Turn 4, Larry Leister, I believe it is.
Right, the number 12 car.
It's not Larry Leister. It
Gary
is
Leister,
Gary
I believe,
Leister.
yes.
Okay. So, just as things were really getting interesting, we have another yellow. And we'll pick it back up with our top 3, Rod Straub, Mike Krotzer, and Warren Campbell. Okay, Tom, we have an interesting situation. This will be the last green flag given. And our leader, Rod Straub, as you pointed out, Tom, has a front right flat. Let's see what happens. That's going to hurt him. He's fading back through the field already. There you can see that right front corner of that car leaning down. Tough break for Rod Straub. Tough break.
Yeah, that's right. I think he had that race pretty well in hand, John. Anyhow, there we see the number 21 cars. He limps on around the speedway. Now we have a real battle for that 1st spot. Warren Campbell, Mike Krotzer, and the number 15 of Crick. Warren Campbell making a bid on the inside. Let's see what happens off turn 4, John.
Joe Crick right there ready if anyone makes a mistake up front. Right now it's Warren Campbell, Mike Krotzer. They're side by side. Be interesting if they'd have a spin out while those cars are running like that. What would they do? Be a dead heat, right?
That's just about right. There comes Crick up the inside of Krotzer. He's looking right at Warren Campbell as we go down into turn 3. Let's see what happens as we watch him through this third and fourth turn on this lap, John.
Crick, a little bit out of shape there. He just brings it back down to the rail and keeps it going. He continues to run second. I don't know quite how many laps we have to go, Tom. This is the last green now. If we get another yellow, we just did. Turn 4. Turn 4, Gary Leister backs that car up, and he's going to try and take off again. They still got the green out.
Still have the green.
They never brought out the yellow.
Gets moving, John. We still got our race here.
Okay, they never really brought out the yellow. They were monitoring that situation, and Warren Campbell with the lead. Joe Crick runs second in the number 15, followed by Mike Krotzer in the 33.
That's an impressive ride for Joe Crick. That's 2 times up from the rear tonight, John, in the beginning, and then he had pitted, went to the rear and came back up again. But now Warren Campbell really beginning to stretch it out. There goes Mike Krotzer by the number 15 of Crick also into the second spot again.
But Crick not giving it up. He's coming right back on the inside. Let's see what happens. Right now it's Mike Krotzer. We're on the white flag lap, Tom, so we're going to be watching our leader here, Warren Campbell, as he takes a checkered flag lap. We'll see if he can keep that number 89 going. He's only a half a lap away from victory.
That's right. There we see him down into the third turn, through turn 3 and 4. Mike Krotzer still holds on to the second. Joe Crick running third in the Monte Carlo. Crick still trying to take that second spot away as we follow Warren Campbell across the finish line. Checkered flag. Mike Krotzer goes second. Joe Crick goes third.
And I believe it's the number 29 finishing in that third spot, but the number 12 I'm sure was lapped. He spun just a couple laps ago.
That's right.
So the rest of the field pretty unofficial as far as their finish, but we can tell you that the first 3 was Warren Campbell with the win, Mike Krotzer was second, and Joe Crick finished third.
Right, and Rick Straub is in the number 29 car in fourth. So we interesting finish again. 2 Chevrolets and 2 Fords in the top 4. That's one thing that I like about this street stock racing. You do get to see your different brands of automobiles.
That's for sure.
Mixing it up there a little bit. And, you know, you get to see some Fords and some Chevrolets racing. So I'd say they come out in a dead heat tonight for the top 4 spots anyhow.
That's for sure. And if you're wondering what happened to the number 9 car who was in contention, that's Awesome Bill from Port Royalville. Really, it's Bill Harlan. They said the gears locked up on the car. Maybe he got it in between 2 gears or something. I don't know.
Could be something in the shift linkage or something in the rear end. He was coming on real strong, though. He came up from the rear. These street stocks get around Port Royal very, very well. I myself hope that they bring the division back again next year, and I think if, you know, with a full season of racing, we have some relatively inexperienced drivers out there at this point, but I think we're going to see some good racing if they bring them back.
Okay, we're going down trackside right now with our street stock feature winner tonight, Warren Campbell, for the 4th time.
I guess from us. Did you like that race?
Yes, I did, considering he was up till 5 o'clock this morning working on this motor, and when I come home from work, then we both started working and finished it off about 3:30 so we could get here today.
You must have did your homework.
He's a good teacher.
Hey, congratulations, Warren Campbell.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, that was some race.
Well, Mike Krotzer and I have put on a good many battles in the last 2 years of racing. And I tell you what, he did a heck of a job shutting the door in on me. Then Rod Strout got around both of us. I don't know what happened to Strout, and I just got lucky enough to catch Mike. Everybody makes mistakes. I made a couple myself tonight, but Mike just happened to make one at the wrong time.
You seem to have found a home here at Port Royal, young man.
Well, the thing of it is, we like the race, and we like the track down here. We've been very happy so far with the officials, with the other drivers, and everybody else around. So, you know, like I said, we definitely are planning, we'd like to come back here next year.
And you like that Miller beer?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you do. Okay, well, let's see. We'll see if we can't get this award. There's Freddie. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And now we got a good hat for you.
That's hers.
That's hers. What's this say? What's this say? I'd rather push a Ford than drive a Chevy.
I tell you what, my teammate Fred Spanenberg runs up at Selinsgrove. Matter of fact, it's my fiance's brother, and he picked up the hats, and I said, well, I hated to retire my Miller hat from the first win down here. I said, but we're going to try something different tonight and let them know that a Ford can win.
Okay. Hey, here's a gift for you. You keep this up, man, and you're going to have enough for a family reunion at Stop 35, Restaurant, Truck Stop, Motel, and there's one from Lorenz Cornadelli. Warren Campbell, congratulations. Super ride.
Thank you very much.
Warren Campbell, ladies and gentlemen, down here in Victory Lane, another trip for another Ford-powered racer.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that's the story down in the winner's circle with four-time feature winner Warren Campbell. And we were talking here during the interview up here in the booth. Warren always has a lot of good things to say about Port Royal Speedway. He really must like it here.
That's absolutely right. I think he does. I think he enjoys racing here. He has a good run in automobile, and if he keeps racing here, I look for him to be down there a lot more.
That's for sure. I believe that will be the last street stock feature here this season, unless there's something cooking that I don't know about. I don't think they're running Labor Day. I'm sure they're not here on Tuscarora 50 night. So it's been a good season for the street stocks. They started them here a little bit late, but nevertheless, I think it's been a successful venture for Port Royal Speedway, and the fans pretty much do stick around to watch these guys, and we commend them on a good job and a good season.
That's absolutely right, John, and I hope they bring him back next year.
Okay, another exciting night of racing here at the Port Royal Speedway. We've had at least two new winners in the winner's circle again. Joey Gravino getting a feature win in there before the 86 season comes to a close. And, Paul Latier has won here in the sprint division, but he picks up the win tonight in the small block modifieds. And Warren Campbell, of course, comes back and continues his somewhat of a streak, only to be interrupted by Steve Zeiter's last Wednesday night. So congratulations to all three winners tonight from the Port Royal Speedway. And Tom, I want to thank you for doing double duty tonight. You were down in the pits, you've been up here in the tower, you've been pretty busy. Dave Martin, we want to thank him for all his efforts down there doing the camera work in the pit area. My wife Patty here in the tower with the camera covering the events. And Roger Freed, who is always faithfully with us here and helping us out each and every week. It's been a good night of racing here at Port Royal for this 132nd annual Juniata County Fair week.
That's absolutely right, John. We have a couple races here to go yet this year, and a few good things happening in Duro, Tuscarora 50, and we're looking forward to all of them.
Okay, for the entire Strasser Motorsports video crew, this is Johnny Strasser saying so long from the Port Royal Speedway. The complete 1986 racing season here at the Port Royal Speedway is available on home video cassette tape. To order your own personal copy, simply call area code 717-463-3656.